I picked up a nice piece of hickory, and I was just thinking about what to make with it. I decided to make a joiner's mallet. Most mallets are quite large and a little cumbersome to use, so I wanted to make a smaller version. I'm using a mahogany mallet here that I made a little while ago. It's a dead blow mallet. If you pay attention to my Instagram feed, you might have seen a picture of it there. But I made this one a little smaller too, and I really like that size. It's kind of what I was going for here as well. I decided to rough cut the handle on the bandsaw, and then I used a spoke shave to shape it a little better here. And then fitting the handle in. And that's pretty much it. Now this is pretty light and I like it, but I wanted to make another mallet since I had more hickory. So I decided to make a carver's mallet out of one solid piece of wood. I had to glue up some pieces for this here because I wanted it to be 3 inches in diameter and this wood was only 2 inches. Now, I had to carve this down quite a bit. It was too big for my bandsaw, so I couldn't use it. And because of its odd shape, I couldn't put it through the table saw. So that left lots of chiseling and carving and sawing, because I had to be careful so I wouldn't split the wood, and I really had to pay attention to the wood and the changes in the grain here. I don't know if you guys have worked with hickory, but it's tough wood. It's really dense and hard to chisel through. It was good. During the making of the second mallet here, I was able to use the first mallet, and it was much more springy than the mahogany one. And here I'm just shaping down the handle and, finishing it up with the sander again. Now, normally a carver's mallet has most of its mass in the head. So it was the perfect opportunity here to try to melt down some lead to put in the head. So after waiting for a nice day, and it took a while to get the fire hot enough to melt the lead. I had burned up a lot of maple getting it to that point. I made the forms here out of aluminum because I couldn't pour the lead directly in the hammer because it would have caught on fire. I'm using a cast iron ladle here to melt the lead. Isn't it cool? Now the lid was a little too big, so I shaped it. But lead is so soft, so it's quite easy to shape. And then I fit it in the mallet. And to fill in all the gaps and to make sure nothing shook inside, I used epoxy. And I cut out another piece of oak to cap it here. Now, this whole project was kind of cool. I mean, it took quite a while doing all this chiseling and carving, but I like doing this type of thing, and you don't have to be too precise. Mostly you need to pay attention to going with the grain. It's quite substantial, this mallet. Very different from the joiner's mallet. So, now I have 2 new mallets for the shop. Thank you guys for watching. If you missed it, I've got a new vlog channel, go check it out. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, where I often put up sneak peeks of my upcoming videos. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.